Hello, listeners, and welcome to another episode of Content Maximiser podcast. Today, I have got a real treat for you. In this podcast, we're going to be interviewing Jeff Yang. Now, Jeff is the Digital Marketing Director for eWeb Marketing and has worked with brands such as MTV, Optus, QBE Insurance, Samsung, and Bing Lee. Jeff has helped hundreds of entrepreneurs and senior digital marketers on how to generate significant increase in leads and sales through the enormous impact of LinkedIn. The key is to learn how to use it effectively. So in this podcast, we're going to hear the system that Jeff uses on LinkedIn to identify key decision makers within his target market, how he engages with them one-on-one, and convert them into the qualified business opportunities. So let's get started into the podcast.
Welcome to the Content Maximiser podcast, where we share ideas, tools, and interviews to help you maximize from the internet so you can get more sales, increase customer loyalty, and accelerate your market authority. And now, here's your host, Lisa Cho.
Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Lisa. How are you?
I am excellent. Thanks for joining us today. I am very excited about this interview.
Me too. Happy Thursday.
I know we have known each other for many years, and now we are both in the digital marketing space, and you're doing some pretty spectacular things using social media for lead generation.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's something that's relatively new and a different mindset on how to use social media in terms of generating leads and being able to measure your social media activity to a dollar amount, which is pretty tough to do on most social media channels.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why I was really keen to invite you to our podcast so that you can share with our listeners, things that they can do, from a social media standpoint, especially for lead generation. So before we get into it, can you maybe tell us, your background in relations to social media?
Sure. My background is a bit unique. My experience with social media was actually born out of my hatred for it. So, going back 3 years ago, I got fed up. I saw social media as a complete waste of time, mainly because I really don't have much of an interest, and this is just me. On what people are eating. I'm personally a selfie person. And if I want people's pictures of people's babies and their pets, I'm the person that will actually just go and visit them. You know what I mean? So, having all of that information, shoved in my face and taking up so much time, really, painted social media in a bit of a bad light for me. I disconnected myself off Facebook. I never registered on Twitter. My LinkedIn profile was dormant. I think I had 26 connections, for a period of 3 years. So yeah, really had no interest in social media whatsoever. And whenever I tell this story, it's surprising how many people go, "Oh my God, thank God, we're exactly the same way." But how I got into it in terms of using social media is when my business, I'm a digital director at eWeb Marketing, and we're one of Australia's most awarded search and online marketing agencies. So we help businesses drive more traffic, more leads, more inquiries through their websites and other online channels. Now, over the past 5 years, online marketing has become a lot more challenging, mainly because the education factor, and more people know about things like search engine optimization. You've got mobile devices now that have changed the game. Social media has certainly changed the game. And the way people can access your business is a lot greater. They've got far more channels that they can access your business now, whereas 5 years ago it was just through search networks like Google and Yahoo. So because the landscape became more challenging, eWeb decided to target a larger client, a different audience. We were specialized in the small business sector, and then we decided to move into the enterprise space. And to cut a long story short, we were unknown to like the big four banks, and we were unknown to the large accounting firms and the large consumer brands like Coca-Cola. And that was who we wanted to target. So how I got into social media was all the other channels just didn't